The rat rod, it's a different type of vehicle, and as we were talking a bit earlier, it's not an insult to call your car rat, is it?
No, it's an honor.
Why?
Rat rodding is a culture, and I'm proud to be a part of that culture. I draw a lot of attention with that car, as much as any, nice painted one that I've ever had. I actually draw more attention with this one, and that's what it's all about. But other rat rodders will come tell you how they appreciate your car and love what you've done, and that's with any car show, though, probably, or any car that happens. But the rat rod culture just seems to be more appreciated, all the hard work that goes into those.
Now, you're talking a little while ago about ideas. You were a lot freer with a rat rod than you were if you wanted to, say, restore a 57 Chevy, aren't you?
Oh, certainly. Restoring a 57 Chevy, everybody wants them so correct. Rat rods, you can do whatever you want. And not everybody likes everything. Even I don't like everything I've done to this car, but I can cut it off and do it again another way. If I don't like that, it can be done again. And that's the beauty of it. They're never finished. Everybody will tell you a rat rod is never finished. You can finish that 57 Chevy and it's all done. But being able to constantly change things on that car, it's awesome.
All right. Where do you get your ideas? You would tell me where?
You get other ideas from car shows just like this, where other rats come and you see what they've done, and you might want to do that very thing, but it's always neater to do something that version, but your idea. You constantly try to come up with new things. I come up with things at night, wake up thinking about it. And then, of course, there is more publicity now. There's rat rod magazines that you can subscribe to, and I do. I look at all of them. Other people's ideas, in California is different than ours, for example.
Now, you said you even have dreams where you come up with ideas.
I just love rat rods.
People would look at that and say, if you got that in a dream, that was a nightmare.
There are those people. I've certainly had people come up to me, and where I was sitting a little ways away from it, I could hear them insult me on it. It's an insult to me what they would say. It's just a pile of junk to some people, but I don't care about that, because there is far more that really appreciate it. There are.
Now, the biggest thing about a rat rod, about any car that you have, you got to be able to put it on the road, correct?
Yes. There's no fun not to be able to drive them, and that car goes up and down the road a lot.
Matter of fact, if you got hailed on, it might help you.
It won't hurt it any, though. Imagine how many hailstorms that's been in. It's a 1929 Essex. 84 years of hailstorms, but you won't find any hail dents in it. Okay. They made them out of iron back then, steel,
Okay, 1924 Essex.
1929.
29. I'm going to have to Google that. I have no idea what an Essex is.
I didn't either at one time, but back in 29, there was 40 to 50 different car makers, and they all kind of looked the same, but only the major ones that today survived, but there was a lot of car makers building cars in that time.
How many different car models are behind you in that ride?
This one, like I say, is a 29 Essex. The next one behind me is a 29 Ford Model A, and the one behind it is probably a 27.
And those three are all yours?
No,
okay.
Just this one.
Just this one. Yeah.
Yes.
And you talk about being in the culture and everything like that. Is it kind of like it's not like Corvette owners, is it?
No, they're kind of their own culture too.
Yeah.
Certainly they don't hang around us.
Yeah.
Nobody'd even want to park their Corvette next to that, would they? Some don't anyway. I went to car shows. I have actually gone to a car show and parked next to a nice painted car, and he moved.
Really?
That's cool. Just makes room for a rat rod to park next to me.
Now, I'm gonna put you on the spot here, because I've talked to you. I've talked to other car owners. I've dealt with Corvette clubs. I've dealt with Harley owners groups.
Sure.
there is a different mentality. You guys are kind of along the lines of, screw it, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that's probably right. You almost want to piss people off, or oops, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Well, not shock them.
It's not
not to make them mad, just to get a big reaction, right?
It is. I rode a custom chopper my whole life, and I was the same with that. That bike was to, if not make somebody mad per se, it was I got their attention when you passed them as close to them as you could and duck back in right ahead of them. I do the same thing with that. It's loud, obnoxious, and that's almost like the motorcycle.
But that's not you. You're kind of chilled here. So is it a counter to your personality, or is it your personality?
That's my personality. Yeah. Now I'm older. I was young and like I say, I rode a chopper my whole life, and you can't get too old for chopper life. This is my new chopper. You see, I have no roof, no windows. If I get in a rain or hailstorm, it's just like being on a motorcycle. This is my new chopper at my age.
Probably just as rough a ride.
Yeah, they're not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it's all part of it. It's part of that culture. The rat rod culture is, you'll have a lot of, when you go to big rat rod events, you'll have pinup girls there. And it's a culture of the 50s when people started really calling them rat rods, putting cars together of a lot of different parts. And that's kind of where it came from. They ratted it together, and now it's a rat rod.
Okay, different parts. Is there anything on that car, and would you admit it, is there anything on that car that's not an actual piece of an automobile?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What, a kitchen sink?
Well, don't have a kitchen sink on it, but mostly that car is just other car parts, other cars. The hood ornament is a 50 Nash. The grill's a Model A pickup grill. It's a pickup grill in that car. The only thing 29S actually is the body. And
with staples in it.
With staples holding the back together rather than welding it.
Is that because you can't weld, or you just like staples?
That's actually an idea I stole from another guy. Saw it on another guy's pickup, and even told him that that's like the neatest thing I ever saw, and I'd like to do that on my car. I actually even asked him. He said, yeah, no problem. He wouldn't mind at all. He said, in fact, he's going to steal my spider idea. Yeah, have you seen the spider on top of my transmission? He wanted to do that. I said, that's great. That's what this rat rod culture is all about. It is.